Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to my beginner's guide. I am not going to tell you who I am or what I've achieved in this game in the last 240 hours or 2 weeks. I've got an introduction video for that, which will be part of this playlist. Today, I'm going to give you 10 beginner's tips. And the first tip that I want to give you is to relax. I've just ended my stream where I tried to kill the Queen solo and things went terribly wrong. And I got frustrated again. And then I got killed by a rat at a train station. And then I got frustrated again. And I just want to tell you that when you are done with all the information that I've given you, you must relax. You must enjoy yourself. And you must immerse yourself. Because this is a survival game. Ark Raiders has some of the best AI mechanics I've ever seen in my life. It sold a few million copies in the first week, so they've made more than $100 million within the first month. 500,000 people are playing it at the moment. It's a great game. The only thing that's going to frustrate you in this game is the Ark robots, which I will teach you how to deal with each and every one of them. And then the rats. And a rat is just basically a person who doesn't play the game. He doesn't loot. He just uses his recoil scripts and auto clickers and auto aim and ESP cheats to camp the extraction zones, camp roofs. Like, he doesn't play the game. His whole purpose is just to spoil your day. But I'm going to teach you how to combat them, how to deal with them, how to identify them. But my biggest thing today is just to help you to relax. Okay, so tip 1 is relax. You've got 5 maps here. Now, a lot of the maps will have special events like night raids or electric storms or something like that, where the loot is enhanced. And every channel will tell you to do night raids, because the loot's enhanced. But what they don't tell you is that night raids don't have raider hatches. And raider hatches is your answer to extracting without a rat camping you. Because rats don't camp raider hatches. They camp where everyone extracts, which is the normal extraction points. So if you want to do night raids, or like the blueprints, like maybe you've watched the video and they've told you there's a lot of blueprints at, in night raids. I found the Wolfpack blueprint in a night raid on damn battlegrounds at the apartments. But what I'd say is don't take a free loadout. Okay, what you do is you just go craft yourself a looting MK1, which is literally, guys, 6 plastic and 6 rubber parts. And then you craft yourself a light shield, which is 2 arc alloys and 4 plastic parts. And I'll show you how to do that very easily, okay? And then the 2 weapons that I want you to start with, tip number 2, is the 2 best weapons, if you're not good at PvP, is the Stitcher and the Ferret. Okay, and then you're gonna need some shield recharges, and always take about 5 bandages with you. Okay, and then we take about 30 rounds or 40 rounds for the Pharaoh. Although the Pharaoh can't shoot that fast, I like taking 40 rounds for the Anvil, but we're at the beginner stage now. Okay, I usually take about 150 rounds of light ammo. Okay, so all you do then is see these are raider hatch keys. Now when you start out, you won't be able to buy a raider hatch key, you won't be able to craft raider hatch keys, but later in the game you will be able. But at least you'll be able to buy a raider hatch key once a day. And then what you are aiming for to be able to craft a raider hatch key is the utility station level 3. And as soon as you've got the utility station level 3, you'll be able to craft a raider hatch key with 1 advanced electrical component and 3 sensors. And I'll show you how to get a ton of sensors. And I'll show you how to get a ton of advanced electrical components. And I'll show you how to craft a ton of electrical components. Okay? So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to just put a looting MK1 and a light shield. And then we're going to take the Stitcher and the Pharaoh. We're going to give some bullets. There's 150 white bullets. We're going to take the healing, and we're going to take one of these. These, like, you won't be able to craft this in the beginning. No, I won't show you that, because this is a beginner's guide. Okay, you will be able to craft these, which take three chemicals and plastic parts. Don't take more than 3. Don't take 5, because you can easily lose it. Okay, so just hold in Alt and double click on that so that you take less with you. You won't be able to get these at the beginning, but in later guides I will show you how to use the tagging grenade. Tagging grenade is very, very, very powerful. The trigger grenade and the snap blast grenade has got various uses, so that's also very useful. We're going to take our 5 bandages and our energy shield, and then we're going to craft ourselves 5 adrenaline shots. I don't know if you guys can craft adrenaline shots right from the start, but as soon as you can, use the adrenaline. Okay, I'm going to show you why the adrenaline is so important. Now, because we're going on a night raid, our raider or hatch keys don't matter. But the reason I want you to take a kit like this is because you've got a safe pocket. And the safe pocket will, if you find a blueprint, you can put the blueprint in there, and then you don't care if you die. Okay, you really don't care if you die. Now, upgrading these guns aren't very expensive for a person like me. But for you, at the beginning of the game, it is going to be very expensive. Okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm not going to upgrade the 2 guns. But if they are not upgraded, it's the worst possible guns you can take. Okay, you will die with a Stitcher level 1 and a Pharaoh level 1. But if you upgrade a Stitcher to level 4, and you upgrade a Pharaoh to level 4, and you put all the attachments on, you will be elite. Your success rate of surviving will be much higher. Okay, so now we're going to a night raid. Let's go.
3 and 4 charging capsules. Discharge in 5 seconds.
Now, we're just gonna look for some cover. We're just gonna crouch down to not make a noise. The reason that I don't want you guys to do night raids.
Have your eyes adjusted to the dark yet, Raider? Loot is ripe for the picking while most of Toledo is asleep, though my suppliers say that Ark is twice as vigilant after sunset.
Okay, the reason I don't want you guys to do night raids from the start is I just want you to enjoy the game, but I'm going to show you what a night raid is like. And the other reason is a lot of people cheat and exploit. Like, Embark is trying to fight it, but, you know, it's just a proven fact that 70% of people cheat. So they're using NVIDIA gamma settings to make nighttime like daytime. They're using auto clickers. They're using recoil scripts. They're using auto aim with controllers. So in the introduction, I told you to put the crossplay off and to lock your region. Okay, that will help you a lot. But tip number 3 is to be silent. Okay, don't rush. Because if you run like this, a guy can hear you from over there. Okay, so if I run like this, a guy that's on the other side of that roof can hear me, and then he can peek me in third person that I can't see him, wait for me to get close to him, and then he just kills me. Okay, so when you're far away from the dangerous areas, you can run. Okay, like I'm doing right now, you can run. But as soon as you get to a yellow zone or a red zone or any zone that you're aiming for, you need to slow down, okay? And be careful. So I'm going to go to the Piazza Arbusto pharmacy.
Let's go to Piazza Arbusto.
And yeah, that is step number 3. Be silent. Okay, as soon as you hear someone or as soon as you think you hear something, stand still. Sound. Now, third person is difficult because if I hear a guy coming from that side and I sit behind this wall and I wait for him to run past me, I'm just going to spray him to death. Okay? So the way to combat the third person aspect is to make as little sound as you can and to take your time. Everyone is killing each other at the moment, so you don't have to rush. The longer you wait, the more people die, and the people that killed them extract with their loot. So the longer you wait, the more your chances are of running into friendly players. Unfortunately, when you extract, the chance that you're going to run into a rat is very high. But at least if you got a blueprint or a key card or something that's very valuable, you can just put it in here. And it's not like you're useless with this level 1 and level, with these guns. But you'll see the difference between a level 1 and a level 4 gun. So I just put a marker down for myself. So I literally just press the middle mouse button to mark where I want to go. And as you can see, even though I'm crouch walking, we're getting there. Okay, if I run, we'll get there a little bit faster. But the thing is, if we run, we might not get there at all. Because then another player hears us, and then he kills us. Okay? So your biggest way to survive is to be patient. And then what I do a lot is I slide. Okay? Because when you slide, you don't use stamina. You can see I'm not using stamina. But when I run, I am using stamina. But all I can do now is I can go to my adrenaline shot. And look here. Take the adrenaline, pump the adrenaline, unequip the adrenaline, and now I'm running. Okay, now I can run forever. This thing is usually blocked, so it's been looted already. But look how much I can run now with the adrenaline. And then use trees and bushes against these guys. Or go indoors. Or just go indoors. Okay? Or just go indoors. And they'll lose aggro of you. In the beginning, I'm not going to show you how to kill every single arc in the game yet. I'm just going to show you how to do the basics. Basics is stay in cover. Get into cover. Stay silent. Don't put your light on. Everyone can see your light. Everyone's using NVIDIA gamma settings. There is a blueprint. Now I can put the blueprint in there. That is an Osprey blueprint, okay? So now I can put the blueprint in there. So even if I die, I don't lose it. Okay, that's how you collect blueprints. Now we can just... Now that we found a blueprint, we can have some fun. Now you find cactuses at cactuses. And there's quite a lot of cactuses in the buried city. We are in the buried city, okay? There's a lot of cactuses in the buried city. And then you get great mullein, okay? And you get the agave of these plants. But then you get then you need the great mullein for better bandages. And I'm going to show you now. You can just roll to take less damage. Like when you're going off a height, just press spacebar and roll off the height. And you'll take less damage, okay? And all you do to check for cactus is walk around. You have to walk around the plant. Okay, you can't just run up to the plant and then run away. But in any case, this is the Galleria. And the Galleria has got a lot of plants inside it. Okay, so I'm just going to take you to the Galleria quickly. Again, I'm going to pop the adrenaline. And then I'm going to run. And then I press H. Don't hold the adrenaline in your hand. Press H to run without anything in your hands, okay? And you can see it's much quieter now because raid is 30 minutes long. So people have already been playing for 20 minutes, okay? So most of them are gone. Now you can enter this place and you can try and get the plants, although most of the plants are gone. Now the way you kill this guy is either using a pharaoh, like a pharaoh does strong arc armor penetration. So that thing that burns you, you can kill with one shot with this pharaoh. But if you like in Luth, I don't want to carry two weapons on me at the same time. Oh, and you can walk. You can just press V and then we're walking. Press V and we're jogging. Press V and we're walking. Walking makes a lot less noise as well. Okay? And I can hear someone over here. Yeah? He's upstairs. Are you friendly, buddy? Are you friendly? I'm friendly, my bro. I'm friendly. I'm just getting plants, all right? I'm just getting plants. So, you holding B to talk to someone. You see there? Look at next to my name. When I'm holding B, the speaker comes up next to my name. That means I'm talking to people. Sorry, bro. I'm just doing a tutorial. Don't mind me. Just showing people how to use voice comms, that's all.
Sorry, wasn't listening. I wasn't taking me off my kid. What did you say? Just repeat both videos.
Yeah, no, I'm just doing a beginner's guide, that's all, so don't mind me.
You have 10 minutes to return to Speranza. I repeat, 10 minutes.
Those you have to roll away from because they explode. Alarms you can break with your radar tool. You press 3 to go to your radar tool. And then you can walk around shelves like this and loot whatever's on the shelves. Oil is going to be quite important for you at some point. Okay? And everything you kill, you can loot. Very important to loot what you kill because the robots that you kill give you arc power cells. And you need those arc power cells. Like I can craft in-game. I need an arc power cell and 5 rubber parts to craft a shield recharger. Okay? Now, it looks like someone already took the plants because I'm not seeing any plants come up. But there's a ton of plants in here. A ton of plants. I just want to see if they left any plants. No, it looks like they took all the plants. Yeah. So all around here are plants. The Great Mulane. The Great Mulane is all around here. Usually nobody loots them, but that lady was clearly clever enough to loot them. And I'll tell you why you want to loot them. There's a very good reason to loot them. I just want to see if she cleared it out. Yeah, she cleared all of this as Great Mulane. All of this. Okay, so this building over here, Galleria, is your #1 resource for and you can tag that.
Rocketeer.
That's a Rocketeer, something that you don't want to mess with until I tell you how to deal with it. You can run and press C to slide downstairs to speed things up for yourself. Okay, so just remember there's a ton of plants here. She's taking the plants, but that's fine. We can still... We've got our blueprint, and now we can just... pick various things up. You get these things, and you can loot it when there's no arc around you, and when you haven't heard any gunshots. But this thing makes a lot of noise, okay? But I'm gonna do it for you. I'm gonna try and open it. As you can see, it makes a ton of noise, and after you've broken it open, just look around you, okay? Because people can hear that, and then they sneak up to you while you are looting it, and then they kill you. Okay, so there's 3 looting points in here that you can loot. But I mean, it's just lucky that, you know, there's no gunshots close to us. I hear the Rocketeer. Now I'm gonna get into cover. I heard the Rocketeer, and now I'm gonna get into cover, okay? The Rocketeer is extremely dangerous. Now, I'm gonna show you how to deal with the burner, because you're gonna run into these guys a lot. Okay. Now we're gonna have to hide from the... He's orange, so he's looking, he saw us. Now he's blue, he doesn't see us anymore. Okay? Orange means he's looking for you. Blue means he doesn't know where you are. And as long as you've got foliage between you and him, he can't see you. Okay? Now you can kill this guy without heavy ammo. And I'm going to show you how. He's going to open himself up. And then you roll out. And then you roll back. Okay? Now that guy can hurt you. But I did think the flames. Were going to affect him. So again, you let him open up. And then you just roll away twice, okay? You just let him open up his armor, because you can't shoot through his armor with your light ammo. You cannot shoot through his armor with your light ammo. So you wait for him to open up, kill him, and roll back twice. Now we've got 5 minutes left, so we need to get out of here. We're basically full with the loot.
5 minutes left.
But we can check what's inside here. And like this, look here. Here's a radar hatch. Like you can't use the radar hatch now because it's a night event. You can only use a radar hatch in a normal event. But I could have escaped right now. No danger at all. Okay, I could have taken that radar hatch without any danger. Now we're basically full now, but you know, we can loot this. That's what I say. You know, like, you can get a blueprint without going to dangerous areas or something like that. So now we need to escape, and the Berry City is the only one that's a bit confusing. So we have to escape there.
Head home at the
Now,
station.
if you don't see stairs close to the train station, that means there's a hole that you have to jump down. If you see a strange stage, look, if I hover over this, there's no stairs. If I hover over this, then the stairs light up. Okay, but you have to go to the stairs. So if I want to extract there, I have to go to the stairs. You see? Like, look over here. You see how the stairs are lighting up? That means we have to go through the stairs to get there. With this one, no stairs are lighting up, so we have to go through that hole. Okay, so we're going to unequip our weapon because we've got 3 minutes of 500 meters. Luckily, we've got adrenaline, so we don't care about it. But look how slowly I'm running with the adrenaline out. Now I press H, and look how fast I'm running now. Okay? So you only take the adrenaline out to pump yourself with adrenaline, and then you put it away. And then if you're going downhill, slide. Whenever you go downhill, slide. Okay, whenever you're going downhill. And the arc works with vision more than what they work with line of sight. Okay, this guy's gonna shoot at me now. Oh, and there's a sniper. There's a sniper, there's a sniper, there's a sniper. I'm probably gonna die, I'm probably gonna die, I'm probably gonna die. Yeah. Okay, that's a turret. That's a turret that I didn't see. And when you're down, they ignore you.
2 minutes get out safely. I repeat, 2 minutes.
Now we're gonna die now because I didn't see the turret, okay? And I'm explaining things. But later in the game, I will show you how to survive this. Later in the game, you get a looting MK3, which makes sure that you can't die unless a player kills you. So if I had a looting MK3 now, I would have been able to crawl to the train station and extract. Okay? But let's get it over with and let's join a normal map. A normal map. And as you guys can see, I don't lose the blueprint. Okay? I don't lose the blueprints. And that's why I won't go in with the free kit. Because the only reason you do night raids is to get something special. Okay, but what does it help you getting something special if you can lose it? Now we can't lose it. Okay, now I'm going to show you how powerful a raider hatch key is. So again, we're just going to take a normal looting MK and a normal that. But look at this. No, I'll leave that for later. Okay. So again, we're going to take a Pharaoh. And then we're just going to go to our workshop and craft the Stitcher, which is extremely cheap. If you're running out of chemicals, loot a lot of cars. I'll show you what I mean. You see we're low on chemicals. You can see we need metal parts and chemicals for ammo. I'm going to show you how to get a ton of... that. And we got arc power cells. So we're alright. Okay? So you guys can see, even though we died, we're not running out of resources. So here we go. We're taking the Stitcher. We're taking like 150 light ammo, 30 heavy ammo. Then we're taking, I'm gonna hold Alt and double click because I want less, but I'm gonna take 5 bandages and I'm gonna take the energy shields and then I'll take I'll take 5 again. So, okay, I can't. You see the chemicals? Can you guys see you need the chemicals? Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to relax. Spaceport, don't worry about the boss. Spaceport, okay. Let's just take a map without a boss on it. Okay, let's take Damn Battlegrounds. There's a normal map. We've got a hatch key so we can relax. We're not forced to run to an extraction point. We have the time of our lives to just loot whatever we want to loot. So here we spawn in to Damn Battlegrounds. And as you can see, we've only got 18 minutes left. A raid is 30 minutes, but we've only got 18 minutes left, which means that most of the map has already been looted. Okay? Again, I want you to relax. You know, like, you can go to extract immediately if you want to, but I'm not gonna waste a raider hatch key right now. You see, like, everyone has to go there. Everyone has to go there. I can go there, or I can go there, or I can go there, or I can go there. The other people, they have to go there and get killed by rats. And they have to go there and get killed by rats, and they have to go there and get sniped from a building. I can go here in the middle of nowhere and extract very safely. I can go there, so I can loot this place very slowly. I can loot anything here very slowly because I've got those 2 raider hatch places over there. Okay? But if you jump into a map, I don't want you to say I want to go there. I don't want you to say I want to go there. If you want to do quests, go there. Okay? But in normal gameplay, if you don't have time, just relax. Pick a few things up, remember, yes, a lot of the places have been looted, but there's a positive and a negative. A lot of the people have left. A lot of the people have died. A lot of the people have left. So your competition has been basically eliminated. Your chances of dying is way less. And even though a thing is looted, like this thing is looted, but still looted because the guy might have left something, and if he didn't leave something, you're still going to get the experience. You see there, 200 experience. Now you might say, I don't want, like 200 experience isn't a lot. No, it is. If you want to level up fast, the biggest resource of experience is looting. I promise you that. There is no faster way of leveling up than looting. Now we looted something that someone already looted, and it gave us 200 experience. Okay? Now we're going to try and loot something that someone hasn't looted. I'm not going to teach you about that right now. That's for a later guide. Let's just go find something that no one has looted yet. Okay, here we are. You see, no one has looted this one. But if we loot it, yes, we get some loot, but look at the experience. The experience is 200. So whether you loot it or it's already been looted, you always get 200 experience. Now, I don't want to tell you how many things there are to loot, but there's a poop ton of things to loot, okay? There's a poop ton of things to loot. Those are birds. If you go through them, the birds will jump up into there or fly away, giving players a signal that there's a player there. There's a lot of things that gives your position away. Mostly the arc, but this is what I want you to do. Relax. I don't care if somebody shoots you in the head. Just relax. Now here's the great moraine that you get a ton of in that building that I told you about, and you can just loot it. And with these you can make better bandages. Or you can turn it into seeds and get cool gear from Celeste. And these little towers can have loot at the top, but very little. Very, very, very little. I don't know if someone has already looted it, but most of the time, I don't like going up because listen what it sounds like when you go up here. That can be heard from like 70 meters away. Now, if somebody hears me walking up here, they can position on me very, very easily. Okay? So I'm just going to jump off. But you can get loot up there, which is very, very rare. You can jump onto things like this, but they have to make a sound. If you walk past this thing and it makes a sound, like a humming sound, then you can just climb up it, and then you can break this open and you can search it, which someone has already done. But as soon as you break it open, look there, 500 experience. 500 experience, okay? As soon as you break it open, roll off, because its fire is going to come out and it's going to burn you. Now, although somebody looted that big thing, I don't focus on the big things. I focus on the small things, like this over here. Did he loot this? Yes, he did. But I'm still going to get my 200 experience. I'm still going to, and that means someone is extracting. So someone is not far away from you. Someone is extracting there. There's another one of those things. And we're going to loot that thing because we haven't heard gunshots in a very long time. And there's no arc around. Like, you don't want to loot that beeping thing when there's, you know, when you hear gunshots or when you see arc robots around you. Jump. I'm gonna search it. Okay, that's 200 XP. And this sound, you hear that? That's a raider. That is a raider cache. And mostly they'll give you ammo. Mostly they'll give you nothing good, but sometimes you can get something really good from it. Okay, but it mostly gives you ammo. You can now and then get a blueprint or something, but you don't loot it for blueprints. Dead trees like these usually give you mushrooms. If you're wondering where mushrooms are on dead trees. But I'm going to give you a great place. So there's one arc enemy. This thing's about to take off. This thing's about to take off. I don't want to take off. I don't want it to take off. I can see it coming. I can see it coming. I can see it coming. I'm going to use this for cover. I'm going to use this for cover. I'm going to stand behind this thing and then I'm going to shoot it. I'm going to stand behind it because that thing is going to shoot at me. Okay. And now I'm going to move my butt because I made a lot of noise. Shots can be heard up to 500 meters away, guys. Gunshots can be heard.
An arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closed.
About 500 meters
10
away.
minutes to get out of there.
So as soon as you make a noise, you get the heck out of there. Okay, you get the heck out of there because people are gonna come and they want to kill you. This is another dead tree. It's possible for you to find some mushrooms on a dead tree. But don't worry about the mushrooms. I'm going to show you where to get a lot of mushrooms. Here's more Avange. Okay, we're close to the, right underneath the pale apartments. There's a bunch of Great Moulin. And the people need to stress. The people on the map need to stress because they've got 9 minutes to get there and 4 minutes to get there. I don't need to stress. Because I've got a Raider hatch key. I only have to go there because I've got a Raider hatch key. And I can't lose my Raider hatch key even if someone kills me because it's in my safe pocket. Okay, so I can just chill. I can just chill. I must still look out. Like I must still turn my camera. Make sure somebody doesn't shoot me in the head. But I'm trying to be silent. Okay. Now the apartments are really, really good, but I can see an arc coming at me, so I'm gonna try and get distance between me and the robot. Now that is a Hornet, that's not a Wasp. That thing has armor. Now if you want to fight the Hornet, that's fine. Just make sure you've got cover. Don't fight the Hornet in the open. Because a Hornet usually gets help from his friends. Okay? See, we've got cover. We've got cover, so we don't care. See? When you've got cover, you don't care. And when you feel there's not a lot of people around you, you don't care either. Now, this is the apartments where you get a lot of nice loot and blueprints and stuff. But if you want to know whether this building's been looted, just look at the drum. If the lid is up, it's been looted, okay? So I know both of these. The Pale Apartments have got 2, the Ruby Residence have got 3, and then the Patton House has got 1 big building. And I like looting these places that I just showed you because I get a lot of key cards. And key cards open up rooms with epic loot, okay? Let's get a Vange while we're at it. Okay. Now, it's not to say all the apartments have been looted, because sometimes if a guy gets a key card and he's got a free loadout, again, with the free loadout, he doesn't have this pocket. So most people come in with free loadouts, and if they find a key card, they run for the extraction, because if they die, they lose it. Okay, because they're not doing what I'm teaching you to do. Again, the lid is up, so it's been looted. But that doesn't matter. We can go to the other apartment. Okay? Look here, right next to us is the Ruby residence. And we could have looted both apartments. Like, yes, that's been looted, but we can loot it for experience. Okay, now we're going to take on a Hornet. Okay? First thing you want to do is try and hit the back. Okay, we missed. Okay, there we break the one. You want to hit the back. There we hit the other back, and he's basically done for. Okay, you just want to hit the back two turbines. It's not always easy. But that's what you want to do. You want to hit the back two turbines, okay? Now again, we can come in here. We don't see the lid, so let's just go to the first room. And I enter a room like this. Slide and aim. Okay, I can see it's been looted, you see? But look at this, 200 XP. 200 XP.
All raiders, we have Ark on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find a way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
Usually they don't loot the spiders. Okay? 200 XP. I don't care if I find loot. Everything I search is 200 XP. Even if I don't loot, even if I don't take loot here. That's 200 XP right there. 100. Okay, that's 100 XP. Okay? So, that building's been looted. Let's go to the other building. It's not a lot that someone will loot everything. But we can always check. Remember, if it's between 30 and 25 minutes, you are crouching around. You know, letting them give their position away without you giving your position away. But in any case, 200 XP, and they left something for us. Nothing important. 200 XP. Nah. Okay, so that's building is looted. So let's just roll to take minimum damage. And then there's one here at the bottom, but they usually forget the cars. And remember what I told you guys about chemicals? They are in the cars, ladies and gentlemen. They are in the cars. Okay? So if you want to collect a ton of chemicals, which you're going to need, you know where to find it. Now, this is an advanced mechanical component, which is a little bit more important than a piece of Avant-Garde. Okay? A little bit. Just a little bit. You guys will trust me. It's a little bit more important. Let's slide down here. Now, if it's like 30 minutes left, when I'm 100 meters away from this house, I'm going to do this. So that I can hear the person and then act accordingly. Or if I spawn in with 30 minutes and I see I'm at the building, I'm going to run into the building all the way to the top. This be looted, but I'm going to run all the way to the top. Not going to loot anything. Not going to tell a person I'm here. I'm going to sit here, wait for the person to loot. Now, I haven't looted the place. Okay? So, there's no reason for him to think someone's here. Now, if you think to yourself.
Last warning. 2 minutes left. Head back immediately.
You don't like
The
that
window is
behavior. People can spawn into the game until there's 15 minutes left, okay? So if you looting and not waiting, everyone knows about these apartments. So you are just safeguarding yourself, okay? So you wait for him to loot, and then you kill him. You've got the drop on him, and you kill him, okay? And you can see they're leaving those chemicals, but we need to get out of here. So let's get out of here. And put your gun away and run. Okay, put your gun away and run. Look at the stamina. Look at the stamina. Look at the stamina. You see that? Hatch key. And there we go. And the trial that we completed, sorry guys, I just don't like the loud audio. The trial that we completed was, you go to Raiders and trials. The trial that we did was apparently this one. No, we just got 1 star, but we got a blueprint for it. And it's a blueprint that we don't know. There. It's a shotgun choke 2 blueprint, and we haven't found that blueprint. So now you right click, learn and consume. That's what you're going to do with every blueprint you find. But I've already got this one, so now I can sell it for 5,000 bucks. Or I can give it to a friend. Maybe a friend needs it. And all these valuable items that we found, you know, we can... I'll show you where to find valuable items like this, but, you know, we can sell it. Look at our money going up. Okay, and I'm going to show you how to get... I got all this in one room. All these items that I'm selling, I got in one room. Okay. It's a dangerous room, but still I got it in one room. So, now you've seen that this teacher can fire 20 rounds, and you saw how slow the Pharaoh was to reload. Now we're going to upgrade it. We need, at the beginning, metal parts and rubber parts. You're gonna have a lot less than me, but I'm gonna show you how to get resources that comes out of your ears. Okay. So we're gonna upgrade it, and then we need mechanical parts. But we've got the refiner, so there we go. Get mechanical parts. Okay, craft a few mechanical parts. Go back to the gun, upgrade it. Now we've got a level 4 Stitcher. Okay, we don't have a level 4 Pharaoh, but with the Pharaoh, you're basically just using a Pharaoh to break the armor. Okay, so when you see a person, you shoot him with a Pharaoh to break his armor, and then you kill him with a Stitcher. So we're not really focusing on the Pharaoh, so let's focus on the Stitcher. It needs something on the muzzle, something to control better, more ammo, and a backstock. Okay. So we can, you'll probably have to buy it, you know, because your chicken isn't upgraded yet. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Gunsmith. I'm going to get stable stock. And then I'm going to get a vertical grip. And then I'm going to get the extended light mag 1, which is compatible with the Stitcher. And then I'm just going to get a compensator 1. That's a compensator 2. But I mean, I can already craft silencers. And you know, I can already craft silencers. But again, look at the compensator, very cheap. Okay, and now we've got a fully upgraded okay, so that's the extended mag 1, that's an extended mag 2. So that adds 5 rounds to the magazine. That adds 10 rounds to the magazine. Okay, so we're going to add 10 rounds to the magazine. And you guys will see the difference. The first time I shot, it's a Wasp. I keep on forgetting the drone's names. but I can always just go check the drones thing. Okay, so I can go here to ARC. So that's a snitch, a wasp, and a hornet. Yeah, it's a wasp and a hornet. The only reason I've got this is because I've seen them. When you see them or interact with them, you get information on them. You know, now it gives you all the information on it. Gives you all the information on a wasp, all the information on a hornet, all the information on a pop, all the information on a fireball, all the information on a tick, turret, rocketeer, leaper, bastion, bombardier, spotter, sentinel, queen, matriarch, shredder. Okay, because I've interacted with him. Okay, so now we're going to go to spaceport, and that's where we're going to end the most important lesson. So we've got 100 rounds. I want at least 150. I'm going to go hold Alt, double click. Okay, so then I half the stack. And 23 rounds is fine. We've got 3 grenades, 3 of that, only 2 of that. So we need to refresh that all the time. So medical bench, let's get 3 more. You guys can see chemicals are important, but I'm going to show you now how to get a ton of chemicals. Okay, if you like in Luth, I'm trying with chemicals. Go to spaceport, the normal spaceport, and I'll show you what to do. Okay, here we are in spaceport. I got into some cover, and I want to know where I am. Now this is where you get a lot. Like we've got 30 minutes left, so we can steal the mushrooms. Like it's very difficult for a person to get here before us, so we can literally go steal the mushrooms now. You see, 29 minutes. Everyone's only been on the map for 1 minute, so I can go steal the mushrooms now, and they're always on this tree. You get an average of 4 mushrooms here. Okay, there I got all the mushrooms. It's right here. Right underneath the little hangar, right above. You see this long passage? This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk from here to there and show you how many things you can get. But I have to be in a hurry because people always go for the mushrooms. They always go for the mushrooms. So I have to get out of here. They don't care about these plants. They care about the mushrooms. And they'll kill you. They will kill you for the mushrooms. But we've got a level 4. We've got a level 4. We've got a level 4 Stitcher. So it's not like they can just walk over us. And while I hear shots firing, they're not focusing on me. Like if it's very quiet, then they can focus on me. But they can't focus on me right now because there's shots and noise and everything. And me running around is not going to make that much noise. But if it's really quiet, I have to listen for someone running up to me. Because if somebody runs up to me, they're probably going to kill me. You can look behind. You see, behind this, there's a plant as well. Get this one over here. Get this one over here. The problem is we didn't bring a radar hatch. Now that I'm thinking about it, we didn't bring a radar hatch key. There's an apricot tree, but I want to do the trial, and the trial doesn't see you kicking a tree or picking up apricots as part of the challenge. So I just want to do the challenge. This is picking. When it takes time to pick, that's what they call picking, okay? Again, I'm going to look behind. And I'm going to look behind. I'm going to ignore the trees. There's a lemon tree. Okay, this is a lemon tree. And you have to walk around it to be able to kick it or whatever. There can be something up there, but I'm not interested in that right now. I just want to see, I can kick the tree. I can kick the tree. And then right there's an apricot. Okay? And sometimes there's apricots lying around it. Now it's a little bit of a downhill, so I'm going to speed things up. Now I'm going to show you what this thing can do. Okay. There's a bastion over there, so we can't go further down. We cannot go further down because that bastion is dangerous. And we don't have anything to kill the bastion. That's the big thing. We don't have anything to kill the bastion. So now we want to extract. Actually, I don't know if I want to extract. I'm not sure if I want to extract. No, I'm just gonna get out of it. I'm just gonna get out of the area. I'm gonna get out of the area. Now you can hear a guy using a whistle, so he's quite relaxed. I heard the guy, but he's using a whistle, okay? So I'm not seeing him as extremely dangerous. Okay, that thing's been shot, so there's a player here. You see that thing is smoking? That hornet is smoking, that means there's a player here. And you don't want a player to think that you want his loot. We don't want the player to see you, otherwise it takes your loot. Okay? So we're just gonna run. And you can see we went from there right to here, and then we found the bastion. We took the underground passage, and now we're going to the outer side of the map, where it's safe. Safer. Not safe, safer. So, I'm gonna run until I get about here. I'll meet you guys there. Now I like the outside, you see? I like the outside border right here. That's where I live. The outside border. If I follow the outside border, I can come in and loot that. 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 I can go in and loot that. I can go in and loot that. I can go in and loot that. Here's a ton of cars. A ton of cars. I can loot that. 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 Without ever going into the center. Now, the reason I like riding with my Pharaoh is because if I see a person, I can break their armor and then switch to my Stitcher and kill them. Okay? But when I don't see a person, I'm holding my Stitcher. Because now a guy comes around the corner. Then the Pharaoh isn't going to be good. But this is where I live, ladies and gentlemen. Right here on the outskirts. All the action is in there. This is where we live. This is where the PvEers live. Here on the outskirts. You don't want to run to all these points when the match has just started Because people will be looting you and then they'll try and kill you, you know. But there's already 10 minutes by, so it doesn't look like anyone spawned you. Or if they did spawn you, they didn't loot everything they could have looted. Okay, so since they didn't loot that, maybe they didn't go up here. Okay, but there's nothing there. Now, I told you when this thing makes a noise, you can loot it. But I never loot them because climbing on top of them can get you killed. Okay, look there. There's a heavy gun part. We're gonna put it in our safe slot. Climbing up here is a high risk because you're out in the open. But the reward, I don't like the reward. But I'm gonna show you how it works. You can hear it's making a noise. Look there. Anyone can shoot you. Anyone can shoot you up here. You're like a sitting duck. But I'm gonna show you how to loot it. You breach it. And then you jump off and roll. If you don't roll, you're gonna burn. Now you check your surroundings. Remember, this thing makes a lot of noise. Check your surroundings. Make sure someone isn't sneaking up on you. Okay? Don't just focus on one thing. Make sure. Be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Okay? I can just... This is a survival skill, guys. Don't worry about this. Me right-clicking on things is just a survival skill. Okay, now it's cooled down, and now we can loot it. And like I say, look at that, like risking your life, like really, you know, like risking your life for this, guys, is not worth it at all. You know, it's not worth it at all. So during a night raid, sure. You know, during a night raid, you can go take a chance. But if it's not a night raid, and look at all these cactuses.
Hey, Raider.
Hey, buddy.
Hello.
Hey, bro, I'm just looking for plants. Go in peace, brother.
All right.
Now, when they don't use a mic, don't turn your back on them. When they don't use a mic, don't turn your back on them, okay? Don't turn your back on them. And get away. Get away. Especially if they don't use a mic. Like if they use a microphone, they'll shoot you in the back 1 out of 10 times. If they don't use a mic, they'll shoot you in the back 7 out of 10 times. Okay? But look here, we're just getting loot, guys. We're just getting loot. We're just chilling right here, man. We're just chilling right here. And if he doesn't want to leave you alone, ask him to back off. And if he doesn't back off, kill him. Okay, if he wants to follow you, that means he's waiting for you to turn your back on him. Now, I don't expect you to shoot him in the back. I expect you to shoot him from the front. Ask him nicely to leave. If he doesn't leave, kill him. Okay? And this is where you get sentinel parts. Like everyone tries to kill the thing that killed us in the buried city at night. You know that thing that sniped us in the buried city? Everyone tries to kill those things or find those things for sentinel parts. You don't need it because this. You can get sentinel parts off of this. Look there, sentinel firing core. You guys see that? That's a sentinel firing core. Very difficult decisions that I have right now. I'm gonna leave that. Okay, so we're basically full at the moment. And now it's time to leave. We don't have a radar hatch key. That's the closest one.
Home at the west elevator.
And let me show you how to extract safely. Relatively safe. Now you can see I've got the marker, but as soon as I get close to the marker, I put the marker off. Okay? Because look at that blue thing. Look at that marker. That can block a player. That can block me from seeing a player. Okay? So as soon as I get like 150 meters away from it, I turn it off. So yeah, if you're looking for Sentinel cores, just loot this thing. Just loot these things. Okay? Let's get some 200 XP there. 200 XP. Okay, so now I'm close to it. I know what direction it is. I'm gonna click on this. I'm gonna click here and just click on it again to remove the marker. I know where I am now. Okay, I don't need a marker. Now, when you get to an extraction point, because you don't have a radar hatch key, first thing you see is first thing you do is you circle it to see if there's any rats waiting around. Okay. Now, if they're not waiting for you, that's good. You know, if they're not waiting for you, that's really, really good. Okay, so first thing, now I'm going to use a stitcher now, because we're going to get up close and personal. But yeah, first check the surroundings. Okay, just check if someone's waiting for you. You don't have to go right around, just cover half a circle. At least cover half a circle. The reason I cover a half a circle is because when I open the hatch, I want to like go to the computer that's on this side, if you guys understand what I'm saying. So I'm going to click now, okay? I don't know who's on this side, but I know there's no one on this side. For now, this side is safe. So now I just want to check if anyone's coming from this side. I've already scoped out half of the circle. Now I have to look for the other half of the circle. And I don't want to stand still. If I go hide here, how do I know someone's creeping up on me? If I like hide here, how can I know who's creeping up on me? I want to know who's coming. I want them to shoot me in the face, not in the back. Now, because I covered this half, I'm going to go for this computer. I'm going to go. There's a computer here and a computer here. I'm going to go for that computer because my back is safe. So if somebody wants to kill me, they have to come from the front because my back is safe. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sure that was more than 10 tips. I'm not going to count the tips. I don't like the counter or the numbers on the screen. I'm just going to give you 10 tips or more through all the guides. This is the beginner's guide. Next time we're going to have the intermediate guide, then the advanced guide, then the pro guide, and then some advanced tips and some funny moments so you can fall in love with the game like I am. $9,000 experience. Look there, looting. Not safe return, not time spent, looting. Looting, scavenging is where you get the most experience. And then we got another blueprint and an epic shotgun silencer. We got 3 stars for the first time in our life, guys. For the first time in our life. Now, there's only the second week of trials, but I've never gotten 3 stars on a trial because it's usually very difficult. But apparently I'm a really good I'm a really good plant picker, okay? I'm a professional plant picker. Look at that one. Extended light mag 3. That means from 20 to 35 rounds. And an epic silencer. 50% reduced noise. Just for doing a trial. Just for doing a trial. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen, for my first beginner's guide. If you guys enjoyed the video, do me a favor and click the like button. If you guys would like me to make it shorter, type the time in the comments that you'd like it to be, like 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. You know, like if you would like the videos to be shorter, type in 20 minutes or 30 minutes. But if you don't have a problem with the length of the video, ask me anything that you want, okay? But make sure it's beginner related. Don't ask me advanced tips. We're going to get to the advanced tips. You know, ask me a question that will help the other people that started playing like a week ago or only have like 10 or 20 hours in the game. Because I've got 250 hours in the game. And if you go watch the introduction, you'll see, you know, that I've completed everything in the game. And I'm going to kill the queen probably in this week. In this week, I'm going to kill the queen and the matriarch solo, okay, with no problems. And that's it. If you've got any questions, leave it in the comments down below. If you want the videos to be shorter, give me a time frame of what length video you'd like it to be. And then, yeah, if you like the video and you found it informative, click the like button. And if you want to see and learn everything there is to see and learn about Arc Raiders, click the subscribe button and the bell button to be notified of future videos. Love you guys. Like I say, this is a PvE game. I'm going to prove to you it's a PvE game. And I'm going to show you how to enjoy your experience instead of being a nervous wreck or getting angry or, you know, letting the negative players affect you negatively. If you let them make you angry, if you let them get an emotional reaction from you, that means they have power over you. I'm going to teach you and teach myself a little bit to render them powerless against us. So see you guys next time. And yes, enjoy Arc Raiders. Cheers.